Lynx. Whatever you say can and will be used as a flotation device. Except this.
Except this.
Belt storage. I love this because I'm always like, I can't store shit anywhere, dude. So a little bit more storage wherever I can get it is very nice. That did not go in right. People, Roscoe here. Welcome to the channel. We're looking at 2025 Lynx Snowmobiles. We're here in Montreal. Colt and I flew in for like 4 hours.
My mind run deep in my thoughts when I didn't have it. Sleeping on the floor, wishing it was a mattress. Now I'm in Hollywood with actors and actresses, where everybody bougie, latest trends and fashions. I'd rather keep it a buck, 100 if you ask me. I was trying to pay the bills just like last week. I was trying to sell a deal just like last week. Trying to run plays and run it up like the mathletes. It's in my DNA to have hope and make a way. Good energy will hit that MJ fade away. Miss me with the hate and now, bruh, not today. Stayed in my lane, didn't complain, this was meant for me. Whatever come my way, this was meant for me. Trying to share my story, this is history. Now there's not a mystery. Stop without a hating, dog, man, this is meant for me. Whatever come my way, this was meant for me. Trying to share my story, this is history. Now there's not a mystery. Stop without a hating.
Quick turnaround, and this is what Lynx has. They came to play tougher than ever, and not a ton of changes in the deep snow department. We've had a couple big years before this, so just some little updates. Come over here, Colton, look at this. This is the new DS, and the DS Deep Snow 34-inch front end. We have this beautiful Ron Burgundy colorway. I was told that Will Ferrell was on the design board to make sure that this thing looked absolutely crispy. Nice little metal flake in here. Very beautiful snowmobile. I'm not a DS guy. I ride an RE mostly, so I'm like torn now because I really want this colorway. But another thing that's nice, especially for me, because you know, I'm in the editing room, I'm playing Call of Duty, I'm a nerd. I also like to ride snowmobiles. But we have small diameter grips now out of the box for Lynx. Colton's got absolute man paws. That dude is tough as nails, so he doesn't mind it as much, but the small diameter grip, really good for grip feel for me, and still a 34-inch front end on the DS. Now we're gonna go over Shredder. Shredder RE, race edition. Do I race? No. Do I think I should have been a racer? Yes. So for the RE, we've upgraded our front shocks from 36mm pistons, which were the bad boy shocks, to a full 40mm piston. So, you know, Lynx came to North America, we had 36mm piston front shocks, 46mm in the rear, and then a couple other people were like, well, now we have big pistons too. And you know what Lynx said is like, hey, we run the biggest pistons. We're the toughest, that's what we're gonna do. So 40mm pistons up front, rear skid has 46mm pistons, so those are as bad as it gets. We're talking snowcross level pistons in your rear shocks. Also in the rear skid, instead of high speed and low speed compression, we went to a 3-position adjustment, which makes it really easy to go from soft, medium, and firm in your rear shock. I like that personally because I don't have to worry about my clickers, right? When you have like 20 clicks on each adjustment, you don't really want to change that on the hill. Beautiful part is now, you can just reach under there and go from soft to medium to firm, depending on the snow conditions and what you want to accomplish. Beautiful black colorway, available in a 3900 and also a 3700. If you guys follow me, you know I've been loving the 3700 turbo, which for you North Americans who don't understand the metric system, that is a 146. 146 turbos are here to stay. This is the 3900, a 154 with the 3-inch lug. 146 comes with a 2.5, an absolute beast of a snowmobile. Those are the Shredder platforms for 25. Just some minor updates. When it comes to our display, we have that beautiful 10-inch display that now has a GPS unit integrated. Before, if you wanted to use your GPS unit, you had to use your phone's GPS unit. Now you can preload your terrain and you don't have to plug your phone in, which is great, especially for me. Unless you're trying to do turn-by-turn navigation, then you still have to use your phone. They will continue to update this system. If you have an old treader, don't worry, and you want the GPS unit, you can get that for your sled and get the latest and greatest. So that is the deep snow for Lynx 25. I hope you like the colors. The Ron Burgundy is just speaking to me, but I don't know what I'm gonna do because I'm an RE guy at heart. Now we're gonna talk to my boy Colton regarding the crossover and trail stuff, because all I know about that shit is it goes fast and it likes to turn left. It eats bumps for a living, and that's why Colton's the best to be on it.
So, 40th anniversary sled right over here. It's beautiful. It's called the GLS. Don't ask me what it stands for because I don't know. I don't think anybody knows. This thing is an absolute monster. For the first time for Lynx, on the trail end, we have an 850 Turbo R, 180 real horsepower. It's backed by science and astronomy, but this is it. This thing is an absolute monster. It's beautiful looking, fierce, fast. We have a 1.5 inch track lug on the rear, pre-studded. It's a 137 or a 3500. We have this ice fluid in the rear too. I think it's called ice, I'm probably wrong. But that essentially cools down your turbo so you don't get like a heat-soaked engine. So you always have 180 true horsepower if you're ripping across the lake like 3 miles or something. And you want to be wide open, well, you're gonna keep those ponies up. This is it. Limited edition, 1 year, GLS. It was their first sports snowmobile ever. And it's madness.
So what's super sick about the GLS heritage is when Paulie Pipola designed his suspension and started to win races, Lynx was a utility brand.
Yeah.
Right? They're the working man snowmobile. It was a utility sled, and then Paulie was like, let's go race these things.
Let's race.
Nobody believed in him except a few. So shortly after, he developed his skid and they started winning races. He won his first race ever.
The first Lynx race ever that Lynx ever entered, they won.
What they don't talk about is the fact that he fell off in the first corner.
Yeah.
I think he had a little grease on his gloves because he was tuning his suspension.
He pulled like
before.
an old James Stewart, crashed in the first turn, but still come back and whoop everybody.
Pretty impressive out of Paulie. So then shortly after, the GLS was born, and this is the anniversary edition. Dude, that red to orange to yellow colorway is absolutely beautiful. Definitely giving me inspiration for next year. All I'm thinking about is like what kind of wrap I'm gonna do on my shredder. I don't think they'll send me one of these because they're like, Ross, we can't give you 15 snowmobile. We're not even sure you ride snowmobiles anymore. That's rumor on the street.
Rumors on the street, he doesn't even ride. I don't know, he doesn't text me back though, so I don't know anything anymore about this kid. It drives me nuts. I got Spider-Man behind me here with his camera.
Raiden.
That makes your camera look so stupid.
It's a girl's prerogative and personalities.
You're so jealous of me now.
This is the most hot boy setup I've ever seen. Hey guys.
This sled here, we've always had the X-Train, and part of the X-Train lineup was called the Brutal. Well, we changed that now. Now you just have the Brutal. It's separate than the X-Train. And this thing, for North America, comes in 2 setups. You have a 20-inch wide track. No, it's not a utility sled. It is designed for steep and deep. And now they have the Brutal RE, which is a 154, 2.5-inch paddle, 16-inch wide, right? So it's pretty standard. 39-inch front end. Not a big narrow one, but not super wide. In the Radian 2 platform, for North America, we get it in a 900R turbo, 180 horsepower, a 4-stroke turbo muscle. And it's the best sounding turbo, period. It's beautiful. The only thing like it in the market, not just in like Lynx and Skidoo, it's nobody else has anything actually like this. And it's meant for steep and deep. You can go to your cabin, you can maybe buzz down the trail if you want. It can do all of it. That's what sets it apart from everything. It's literally a cross between Ross's Shredder RE and the GLS, essentially. This one actually meets it perfectly in the middle. Kind of a pretty sweet sled. It needs a little bit more love. And then their wide track is a 2-stroke. I've actually come to love it. It's 20 inches wide, 39-inch front end. It gets on edge so easily. Wheelies for days, and then just floats on top of the surface. You can go check your trap lines if you want. Rally down to the local restaurant. Go out and try to chase Ross down. You won't chase him down, but this is the Brutal, Lynx Brutal RE. a bad machine. It's a bad mamma jamma.
That's a bad boy right there. So with the Brutal, it comes with the PPS 2DS. DS2. What Lynx doesn't understand with Colton and I is when they throw us all these acronyms and words, we kind of go overload. I'm like, wait, it's the PPS 2S DS Brutal Art. Too much, right?
Plus, minus, sideways divide.
The important thing to know is that on my shredder, the skid is semi-uncoupled, which means the front shock still does react with the back shock, like all other mountain snowmobiles. The snowmobiles that Colton rides, the PPS 3, that is completely uncoupled.
Yeah, that front shock, you hit a big mogul and the front shock hits it, doesn't affect the rear. You tail land on a big jump, front shock doesn't feel it, it's all in the rear. That's why the shocks are just cannons, huge. It's like a hind quarter of a cow. That's how big they are.
It's like a Sherman tank.
It's
cannon.
Cannons.
So what's important about that is the DS suspension is inspired by the evolutions of the PPS race suspension that has this race heritage. So for us deep snow guys, hey, we get kind of best of both worlds, and it makes it actually really fun to rip down the trail and rally through bumps. That's why I love the Lynx. Very, very playful, and I can still go get it done in the trees with the best in the world.
Nothing else like it. It's a Lynx.
People, thanks for watching. This was Lynx 2025 here at Club. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys next time.
Hit that like button.
And if you're not following Colt 801, make sure you drop him a like. He's a madman.
Smash it.